But I do think pray for and pray until. Keep going with that. But also pray with. I've been talking a lot about actually taking the opportunity to say a little blessing for somebody. Actually, I feel like I want to pray about that. Can I pray with you now? I talked about a friend of mine who I'd sort of forced to come to church all those years ago, and it definitely wasn't the right moment for him. Again, we're talking about these moments, these opportunities, and it wasn't his moment, but maybe a couple of years later it was, because we were sat in my flat and we were talking about football as usual, but then I've got this little nudge. I think we want to go a bit deeper here, Rob. So I said to him, mate, remind me, how's it going with those things that you're up against recently? He told me a bit, and I said, I feel like I want to pray about that with you now. Do you mind? And he said, no. So we prayed, and it was difficult for me to do that. This stuff doesn't come naturally, but I think that was a moment. In fact, he said, wow, I felt something there, Rob. And he's spoken since about, since then, realizing he can pray, and that there is a God out there, Rob, who cares, isn't there? He's said that a few times, and perhaps it goes back to that moment. So pray for, pray until, and when the opportunity's right, pray with. It's a mistake to try and force these things too often, but it's also a mistake not to take those opportunities when it comes up, particularly if the only thing getting in the way is you feeling a bit awkward or a bit uncomfortable.